Good evening, everybody. It is 30 minutes after 11, and good to have you with us on Ashtar Command Q&A, starting about 30 minutes late, and we're glad to have you with us. April will hopefully be here. She got stuck. The car broke down earlier, so hopefully she's been broke down. It was earlier I talked to her messaging. Her car had broken down somewhere in Vermont, and once she gets home, hopefully she'll be able to join us. And this is Ashtar Command Q&A here on Counters. This is our special Saturday edition. Normally on at 11. We start at 11:30. One Toyota, good to see you. We are here. Vicky Imholt, David to welcome. Everybody coming in. Lynn. Hey Rod, good to see you, brother. Von Cloud Kicker. Just welcome everybody to the show. Please share and like. We want to get up to at least 100,000 likes tonight. 8:30 p.m. Hey CC, good to see you. Vicky, hi, how are you? And PJ Ellis, Elizabeth Menja. You might have heard about our. Tonight is one of those nights where we get very spacey, so we use the lighting that we're using here for Ashtar Command Q&A to give that atmosphere. Enlightened Jess, good to see you. Everybody coming in here, welcome. And like I said, April was, the car broke down somewhere up in Vermont where she is, and we talked, and I said, whenever you get home, you can join me when you get back and settled into your house. So hopefully later on she'll be able to join us. Acid TV, welcome. Tina, welcome. I absolutely love. Oh, thank you, Elaine Jess. Yeah, so hopefully I talked to her on TikTok Messenger, and I told her don't worry about it. When you get home, relax, and if you do get on here, we'll get you on here. And hey, Linda, good to see you. Contact is very new. Well, within the year and a half, contact is going to happen, but we're getting close to 2025, which is it's hard to believe we're going to be in 2025 soon. And between 2025 and definitely 2026, thank you for the hat. I wonder why the hat gets small sometimes. Oh, there it is. Just thank you for that. And we're going to set our goal. We got one. Well, our goals are set. Thank you, Tahar. We appreciate the gifts. Thank you. Enlightened Jess, thank you very much. And for those who are new to our program, this is our special night every Saturday. We talk about the Ashtar Command. We share information. We take questions. Hey, NASA 77. We take questions about the Ashtar Command. We get into some beautiful discussions. Because I know all over the world there's a lot of people, hey, Chesno, that have no idea what the Ashtar Command is. And Chesno's a good Earth-based commander friend over here in Connecticut. And he's been to our Ashtar gatherings, which are going to be happening September 14th at 8:30 in Madison, Connecticut. I have the promo video up on my main page here on TikTok. You can contact me by email if you're interested in attending. You should contact me by email so I can have a head count of who's coming to that event. Will contact me over media or over City Skies? Interesting. Well, there's two things here, Acid TV, that will happen. One of which will be when mass contact happens, it'll be in the skies and eventually on the ground. In terms of TV, I will be, actually I've been selected by the command, by the council. They'll take me on the ship and I'll be sitting on a control panel, and I will be actually speaking on behalf of the Ashtar Command. I don't know what I'll be saying, but yes, to answer your question, it's going to be both. It will be both. Hey Rod, I'll be speaking through a transmission system on the ship. I don't know what it looks like, but evidently I'll be able to broadcast all over the world, and we'll be taking over all the worldwide transmitters for TV broadcasting and cable broadcasting. So the Ashtar Command transmission will be clearly seen on TV with me in some sort of a camera mode, and but that is before major contact. They'll be doing this broadcast and April, my friend April, who will be here later if she gets home and is able to get her car back home with the tow truck, she went to the council over a month ago and suggested that I be the representative to speak to Earth. And they accepted that. They thought it was a good idea. So that to me is something I'm honored to do. I'm very humble about it. And I think whatever I'm supposed to say, I will say it. And it'll be translated into every single language on the planet. So, yeah. We're completely ready. And like to your question, that will happen, I think, right before contact. And I think on the ship, the atmosphere of the air is slightly different than our oxygen. So I will probably be wearing some sort of a spacesuit. And I'll probably be wearing some sort of a spacesuit. Hey, Gary. Paula, yes, it is exciting. And that's why I always say this show here, if anything's going to happen on the real aspects of what's going down, it's not going to be on YouTube, and it's certainly not going to be on other TikTok broadcasts, whatever they are. It's going to be here on this broadcast with me. And I'll let people know when they're going to take, well, when they're ready to take me on the ship, they're just going to come and take me on the ship. They'll open a rift in the room here, and I'll be taken on board the ship. Like in 2 seconds, I'll be on the ship. Did you see the Pandel last night? Several people caught it on video. So I did see that, and I'm still not sure what I think. You know, I'm still analyzing it. I'm not sure what I think. Hey, Barbara, good to see you down there. But Colorado Adventure says, I am moving in. I am coming with for sure. So yeah, we're getting into everything Ashtar tonight. You didn't miss much. I just got on at 11:30, so you haven't missed anything here. And April was broken down in Vermont earlier, and I'm hoping and praying that the tow truck got her home to her home base. So hopefully that will have happened. So you haven't missed anything here. Nobody has. I am so excited when I do these nighttime Ashtar Command things on Saturdays. I am really happy to have everybody here. Because I know not everybody's heard of the Ashtar Command or Ashtar Galactic Command, and I've been involved with the command for many years. Many years. You know, it's part of who I am. Basically. And the Ashtar Command represents, hey Johnny, represents many planetary worlds of light. And, you know, we'll definitely try to bring some of the other people in our group. We have a group of 5, 2 of which are on here right now, Chesno and Johnny. You know, and we have this part of our group of 5. And then we have Kit Kat. Kit Kat, hopefully she'll be coming in. Part of our group of 5. So Chesno and Johnny in our group, hey Summer, are part of the group of 5, and we, with April, make 5 people. So down the road soon, the command is getting each one of us prepped however they do it. They know our energy levels, and they're prepping us to all go on the ship. So Chesno will be going on the ship, Johnny will be going on the ship, I'll be going on the ship. Kit Kat, who maybe some of you know, she'll be going on the ship. And of course April's been always going on the ship, doing the mission work, and coming back on planet up in Vermont. And we have, all 5 of us have family. Let's see, all 5 of us have family. And if you want to ask me questions live regarding Ashtar Command, I'm happy to talk about that. I really want to stay focused on tonight's special broadcast. And what I'm going to do is I want to see if I can bring Johnny, Kit Kat, and Chesno on here. Are you guys available to come live? Hopefully not driving anywhere or doing anything. I want to bring the 3 of the other 3 of our 4 to join me live here. So I'm going to see if I can get them on here with me. Kit Kat, Johnny, and Chesno. Okay. And then when April comes on, if she gets home, we'll have April on with all 5 of us, and you'll get to meet the 5 of us on here live, and you'll get to know a little bit about what we're doing. JJ Bird, welcome to the show. Good to see you. In the meantime, if you have any questions for us, we'll be happy to answer your questions here on Encounters the Ashtar Command Q&A session here for a Saturday night. So let me see what's happening out there. I'm going to Commander, we want to attend the Madison. How do we find the... So the email, I'll give you the email. It's on my main page where my videos are. There's an email, but I will give you the email here. And if you're going to attend, just email me at that email, and I'll be able to get back to you as to where it is and everything. We're doing our event next month, Ashtar Command Contact Project. We've been involved in the project for 13 years, and our project is to make direct contact with our space family through visual contact. So we're hoping to do that on the 14th at 8:30 p.m. and that'll be broadcast live on TikTok, by the way, for those around the planet that might not be able to make it. We're glad to have everybody here. So I'm going to do like a recognition. Kit Kat, are you here? Kit Kat, Sassafras, good to see you, Kit Kat. Where is Kit Kat? Johnny's here, Kit Kat's here. Chesno, are you here? Let me see here. And as we go into fall of this year, there's a lot that will be happening. Things are going to amp up quite a bit. I think you're going to see a lot more sightings of galactic ships. Hey Dimples, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I think you're going to see a lot more light ships, meaning ships of light that represent the very galactic forces of light. I think we're going to go into a much higher frequency as we get into 2025. And I think that's important to realize. You're going to feel that. How did you get chosen? Hey, Mike Masters. So when I met April, when I first came on TikTok, and I started doing this show, she was talking about fairies. We had her on. Oh, and they said, Commander, here's someone's about fairies. So we talked about the fairies. Then I find out that she has been going off planet on a spaceship. Then I found out that her biological cosmic family, her parents, are on a spaceship. Now, I always knew I had parents off planet somewhere. So as time went on, she said, oh, Commander, your parents are on the ship. I said, what do you mean? Yeah, your parents, your space parents. So when that happened, I said I wanted to know more about it. So I have a mother, a father, 2 sisters, and a brother on the Ashtar Command ship. That I always knew in my life that I have a biological family, but I came from the stars, so I must have a family off planet somewhere, right? Which makes sense. So great question. And I do. I have a mother, father, 2 sisters, and a brother. Same. Johnny has family on the ship. Johnny of the third kind. He's been off planet and on the ship. And he also knows that. Kit Kat, the same thing with her. So, in terms of how we were chosen, there are family members were over there on the ship, commanders within the Ashtar Command. We're on that same ship, and she was the one to be the head of the 5 of our group, but there'll be other 5s in other groups around the world at some point. No, they won't be doing that. Your question about allowing my wife on the ship, no, it's just going to be the 5 of us, So even though all of us have other family members here, they won't be going on the ship with us. We're going on for very specific mission purposes. So that's why. But great question. Oh, Mike Mass says you're welcome. And it's really important because it's not easy, when you know that there's two things to your life: the earth life, which is not easy, and then you have your mission work. So is April a being? April is human, but also April is also a cosmic being of light. She is a starseed, just like I'm a starseed. Johnny is, Chesno, Kit Kat, a starseed. We came from off planet into the human experience with our parents, and we all have different experiences, but we all are what you call starseed. Yeah, it's not easy being human. Or living on this planet, and also knowing that you're fully activated, and you're dealing with two different lives: the Earth-based life, and then the life that is your space life. It's not easy. I know for many of you, it's not easy being here. I'm absolutely sure of that. But we will get through this together, because that's what it's all about on Ashtar Command Q&A. Original Unexplained, you're welcome. We will actually all get through this together. And Rachel, you'll have that space life, You came here as a starseed, and you're ready. Many of you are ready. And it will be at some point in this near future that we are going to have the most amazing experiences in our life, right? Amazing. We're going to reconnect. That's what the Ashtar Command wants to do now, which represents many planetary systems of light. Wants to reconnect with everybody. Because out there in that universe, all those Ashtar Command people from other planets, some of them may be your biological cosmic family that you are connected to. Oh yeah, Lynn 948, yeah, you're all starseed. That's the beautiful thing. You're human, I'm human, but we are starseed. Now, how I define starseed within the Ashtar Command is this way. When you came here, you didn't know who your parents were going to be, right? Nobody did. You didn't know whether they were going to be in Africa, wherever they were going to be. You didn't know. But then you woke up and said, there's something here that I feel like I'm from somewhere else. You have that epiphany moment. There's somehow I feel I'm like from somewhere else, right? And you are. You're from the stars. You're from another planet. And then it conflicts with the brain. The brain says, no, wait a minute, you're human. No, you're not just human. You're having an Earth-based experience, but you came into the human body from the stars as a space being. So when I use the word starseed here tonight, it's to let you know that everyone here is a starseed. Yeah, we all have different human experiences. Some might be doctors, some might be garbage men or women, some might be lawyers, some might be people working on highways, some might be teachers, scientists, whatever it is. That's your human experience, whatever it is. But that's not all of who you are, you see. You are more than just having the human experience. Oh, interesting, user 353. So understand, everyone here is a starseed. Even if you don't remember being a starseed, you are. Lisa says, I felt like someone was missing when I was younger, never settled. Yeah, what was unsettling is that you have the human feeling, the human experience, but you also have that connection to the stars. You all do. Penny says, even though people have told me I'm a healer, I don't see it. But you know what? It's a beautiful thing when other people see what you don't see, because they can see things you don't see. Because you're just doing your thing, Penny, but you don't see it because you're doing whatever you're doing. But they see that in you. That's a beautiful thing. And you're watching Ashtar Command Q&A, our Saturday night edition. We're glad to have everybody here with us. and just glad you're all here. And I'm looking at all the beautiful people coming in the room. So many beautiful people. Carmel 83, welcome. Danny, welcome. Hello, Shanana. Good to see you. Dwight Beck, user 462, welcome to Ashtar Command. Bella Jade, welcome. User 353 says, my sister was taken as a child and no one believed her. We both can feel the changes coming. Interesting, you see? And if some of you have been contactees, Bonnie Pop, guitar, Bonnie. If some of you are contactees, you know that you're with space beings that you're connected with. Those are probably your cosmic family off planet. And one of the things I've learned in my connection with the Ashtar Command growing up is that I knew that I was not from here. I knew I had Ashtar Command family off planet. I just didn't know where. You know? And just look at it this other way. Could you imagine having a space family looking for you throughout the universe and coming to Earth and finding that you're here? Which they did. They found Chesno, they found Johnny, Kit Kat, myself, April. They found us. Now, how could that be even possible in a universe that is like incredibly huge? But they did find us, and it's a beautiful thing, and it is amazing. And the thing is, I validate the connection now. I validate my cosmic family off planet. I've gotten to know them, even though we haven't met yet. We're getting to know each other. You know. And I'm able to realize how beautiful that's going to be. Now, they are taller than I am. My space family is about 7 to 8 feet tall. I'm about 5'10", so you can see the difference, you know. But still, the night or the day or the time I'm on the ship with them, when I go there, I know that all of us are going to feel the same way. Johnny will, Chesno, Kit Kat. We will hug. For the first time, we'll hug our space family, and even though we're not as tall, we'll hug them, and we'll get to know them better, and we'll have a relationship. We'll have a new connection, right? You're 4'9", okay. And that's okay too, you know? And when we have that connection with them, and when I look to the day when this happens, before contact, when we go on the ships to see our family, I will hug my mother, my father, my 2 sisters and brother. I will give them the biggest hug ever, because it's a reconnection. And I'm sure they're going to feel the same way. I mean, they already feel the same way. They're watching the show right now on the ship. For folks that don't realize this, they have a monitor on the ship. And everyone on the ship are watching the show as I speak. So they have a monitoring system that can monitor my broadcast. Okay? They love the show. They love watching the show. Shana, can you explain why we are going on ships? Shana, have you been going on a ship? If you have been with star people, I can explain it. Are you asking me? Oh, okay, you haven't been going. So you're asking me for those that have been going on the ships. So I can answer your question. I think your question is, why are some people going on the ships? Is that correct? Actually, I should bring you up. Why not? Oh, won't let me do it. Let's see here. I think, and I do believe your question is, why are some people going on the ship? The reason why, because the Ashtar Command has contacted them, and they're connected with the person on that ship. They're basically part of the family, like you have a mother and a father. In this case, our friend April, and the 5 of us in the group, we all have family members on the ship, so they contacted us. Why is anyone going up? Because if they're connected with a specific star family, they're going up to do mission work. And when I say mission work, they're going up to find out what their mission is that they're supposed to be doing and coming back to Earth. Okay. So yeah. Good questions, Shannon. Good questions. But there are people all over the world that we don't even know who they are that are connected with the Ashtar Command that are going on ships from anywhere from Russia to China. They could be in the Netherlands. They could be in Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Canada, wherever they are. And they're connected. They're connecting with their star family. Okay, with that person. And good evening, all the new people coming in here. Romeo, welcome. Yeah, she's okay, Carrie. Her car broke down earlier. I've been in touch with her offline before 10 o'clock. Before 11 o'clock, I mean. She's getting towed back. So I told her when she gets home after the tow, she can join us if she's energetically able to. I told her no problem. So that's the only reason why she's not here. I've been in touch with April. It says here, if some of us haven't been contacted, will we eventually be contacted? Oh, I wanted to bring you up. Rachel, we'll bring you up here. I'm going to do some of these questions for Ashtar Command Q&A right on the live. Hello. Hey, Rachel. Hey, good evening. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I think it's good for me to bring people up and to ask these Q&A questions here. So bring your question back to me here live so I can hear it.
Yeah. Well, I personally haven't had an experience with extraterrestrials, so I was wondering if we haven't had any experience, will we have experience?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So you definitely will have the experience, even though you haven't had it yet. When you hear stories of other people having contact, like April, or other people having contact with men and women from a spaceship who are here to assist us, who have a cosmic family like that, you will. It's
Okay.
Like when you go to the beach and like there's this wave coming in that's a little wave, and you're like saying, oh, there's a little wave, and all of a sudden this big huge wave comes in that wasn't there before. So it's basically these different waves of energy, and if you look at it from that perspective, everyone gets to that wave that they need to get to, and everyone will actually get on top of that wave when they're able to get to that wave. So it's really there's no I always tell people with the Ashtar Command thing, there's no competition about when you're going to get contact. It happens for different reasons for different people at different times. So in your life, if you've never been contacted yet, if you focus on the Ashtar Command in your conscious meditations, with the certain breathing exercises, you eventually will have connection with your star family. They're out there. You might not have met them yet, but they are out there, just like my mother and father, my two sisters and brother, who I would have never met if it hadn't been to April joining me one day on my live last year when I was doing interviews with people, and she was talking about fairies, and all of a sudden she said, oh, Commander, I've been on the ship and I've met your father. So what do you mean? So that facilitated a whole thing, which turned into something much more important than I ever thought it would. And I've been friends with fairies since early last year, up in Vermont. I've been friends with Chesno, also Johnny of the Third Kind, and Kit Kat. They're all part of our group, but it's not exclusive. There are going to be other groups of people around the world that will be going off planet, and in general, the individual people, if they really focus on meditation, I believe they will also get there before major contact happens.
Okay.
Does that help you a little bit?
Yeah, so it's just something I need to focus on.
You really need to focus on it. I mean, let's face it, we live on a planet where we have a lot of diversions in Earth life. I mean, I'm human, I live the Earth life too. From my cosmic understanding, sometimes we have to deal with all these Earth based things, right? But
Yes.
sometimes they kind of mess us up from being able to just deal with this other part of it, which is extremely important. But we have to deal with the important things of our Earth life. And sometimes, that gets in a situation where we have to kind of try to integrate everything. It's not always easy. And I know that. But meditation, if you do meditation, I don't know if you do, even like 20 minutes a day or 30 minutes, and focus on, I wish to connect with my Ashtar Command galactic family, Christed beings of light, and do the meditation. Eventually, your telepathic, voice in your inner consciousness will go out into the universe. It does. And you'll eventually have a response at some point in your life. They will respond back. It might not be like this week or tonight or tomorrow night, but it's all a matter of being patient, and that allows you to eventually have the contact.
Yeah, it is. It is something that's always in the back of my mind because I've heard you talk before.
Yeah, and that's why I love having you up here. I think sometimes I always like to have people up here to talk to them about these things when we're having Astro Night, because I can have a discussion and I can actually hear your voice, and I understand you better when I do it this way. So yeah, I just think it's a matter of just being relaxed. I tell people contact is not a competition. It's a time period for people to just breathe in, relax, and just allow yourself to enjoy the possibilities that someday you're going to have contact with your star family. And if you do
Yes.
that, you'll enjoy it much better if you don't feel like, how come that person's having it and I'm not? It's not a competition. People or whoever are having contact a positive way are having them because they were reconnected. Their star family found them and they're connected to them.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions you might have?
I do remember you saying, I was in your live before, you saying that there will be major contact here in the next year or so. Like,
Yeah,
they're
the year
gonna
and a
be,
half. Yeah, it's
like,
supposed to
people
be
are
a
gonna
year
know.
and a half. Yeah, so we will definitely get more information. It's very fluid right now. It was originally 27, 2028. That timeline before I got on TikTok was changed before I got on here on this media networking thing. It was actually facilitated and amped up to the ending of 2025, 2026. So I'm trying to give as much accurate information about mass contact as I can here. There's not really anybody talking about all the stuff I see on social media. There might be some stuff out there. I really don't watch a lot of other UFO type of things, shows on YouTube or whatever. I don't want to cloud my consciousness with other people's things. I get my information direct off planet, so I try to keep a pure consciousness when I do the show, so I can actually give you real information. If the timeline changes, we're going to be the first one on social media to tell people. Whether it goes slightly back up or down, we'll tell you right here. You're going to know it right here on the show.
All right. So we'll be the first to know, and then I guess the world
Yeah.
will know.
Oh yeah. This broadcast here on TikTok is going to be the major place where you're going to know. Maybe Dr. Stephen Greer will know too, because he's involved in contact. He probably will know. But on here on this show, if you're not watching this show, then you're not going to really know when it's going to happen. I'll tell people, don't listen to people on Facebook channeling stuff like this, because they're just channeling their higher self. The channelers won't know what it is we know, because we don't channel anything. We'll just give you the real information here. And I'm very much transparent in my broadcasting abilities to do that. And I know people have learned a lot from these Saturday night sessions, and also in general from watching me here on the broadcast. And by the
So when
way,
I feel real, that that strong, I guess you say, you have your third eye open and you feel that spiritual energy, and that's coming from them.
Right. Well, the spiritual energy is coming from you. You have the spiritual energy. What I'm talking about is when you open yourself up and activate yourself, and you're fully conscious, and you're not thinking it through your brain, but you're going through your consciousness, cosmically speaking. You'll be able to facilitate communications with your star family. But it takes practice, and yeah, Trance says it's true. It's all within you. It's not in your brain. It's within you. What I call the higher self. The higher self is where you can learn to connect with your star family.
Okay.
You understand what the higher self is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a higher state of being. It's you think outside of human consciousness.
Yes. Absolutely correct. Very good. And if you do that, you will make contact. Because consciousness, when you are telepathically communicating, there's no limitation. There's no blockage. You see, there's nothing that can be blocked through telepathic communications. When I communicate with the space people from the command, I'm telepathically getting messages from them. I also communicate without words, like verbally speaking, through telepathy.
Awesome.
And you can do the same thing, by the way. And that goes for everybody out here watching Ashtar Command Night. Everybody here has the ability to do this. It's not something specialized to me or whatever. Everybody here, if you wake up, you'll be able to be telepathically communicating and reaching out to your star family. And can you imagine 200 people able to reach out telepathically and connect to their star family? And now all of a sudden you hear in your head, you hear your star family, whatever the man or woman is, communicating and say, thank you for reaching out to us. But it takes practice, it takes focus, and it takes the willingness to let go of your belief systems. That's the key factor, in truth.
Oh yeah, I believe you 100%. I believe everything you say.
Oh, thank you. And and I don't force people to believe me. I just know what I'm saying is real for me because I do it every day. And I don't conceal what I know. My goal is to expand your ability to do what I do, so you can actually reach out to your star family. And if that happens, I am most humble and blessed that I've been able to help hundreds of people liberate themselves from 3D world consciousness into the cosmic realm of consciousness, where you can actually make contact with your space family. That's really key. I'm more concerned about that now than I was last year. As we're getting close to the end of this year, I'm really, really amped up about teaching people how to make contact, because it's going to be coming and people need to be ready for it. I think that's extremely important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Rachel.
I guess
If you ever,
the world's gonna be in for a shock for the ones that
oh
don't
yeah,
know.
they're going to be in for a shock, all right. And actually, I'm excited for people to be in for a shock. This planet needs a little bit of a shakeup,
I
and a
agree.
shocking shakeup in a good way. So when they say the ETs are going to invade planet Earth, there's no invasion coming, but there is good things coming to Earth, which is our star family, our space family, the Ashtar Command, which represents all the planetary systems of light, spiritually speaking. They are coming. They are us. We are them. We are connected. We are one. It's all one. There's no separation. On Earth, we tend to separate things in compartments, like a little puzzle that has to be put together. They are us. We are them. We are cosmic family. We are connected, and we are one together.
Yeah, like I've been feeling like everything, like the world, like everything is coming to a head.
Yeah. What's happening to this world is it's coming to now. When I use the terminology I'm going to use, I don't mean it in any other way than the world is coming to an ending of one way of cycle, the ending of the planetary cycle that we've been living in for a long, long time, and we're going to begin a new Earth cycle, And the new Earth cycle is the new energy, the spiritual energy, the cosmic energy, the Christed energy that will envelop our whole planet. So we're going from a cycle, when people say the Earth is coming to an end, what that means from a spiritual cosmic understanding of the definition, and I will explain this from an Ashtar Command perspective, the world we live on is coming to an end. Now, when I say that word, that can be, if I wasn't who I was, you'd say, oh, this person just said the world's coming to an end. There's a lot of people saying the world's coming to an end, but they don't understand what that means. They're using it to their own agenda. The world, the Earth is coming to an end, but it's coming to a beginning. So it's ending one cycle for thousands of years and now coming to a beginning of a new cycle, which is going to be the cycle of enlightenment and contact and interaction. So the planet is, in a sense, coming to an ending, but it's not an end. The planet is not disintegrating, breaking up in pieces. We're coming to an end of a belief system, a 3D world system, and we're now going to be jumping up into a much higher vibrational period where we're going to transition from the old Earth to the new Earth. Old Earth to the new Earth. So remember that, everybody. We're going to transition from, the old Earth is what we see now, the wars and all these crazy things people are doing. The new Earth is a planet where we live in a harmonious relationship as one with the Creator, as all planetary systems of light do. Our planet is going to be a planet, yes, Joey, the age of light. Our planet's going to be in that modality of light soon. And when we talk about mass contact here on the show, there will be mass contact. There'll be contact in 2026. The space people have told us this. You know, my friend April, who's been on the ship, has communicated with me constantly, and on our show we have talked about this, and they want people to know this, that they are coming. They are here. There are many more ships coming, and these ships have people, intelligent people from other planets, spiritual beings, spiritual people that are coming here to be with us. They're coming from all over the multiverse. You know, and most they're going to come from everywhere.
I was gonna ask, are there, like how they talk about the star seeds, are there different races of...
Yes.
Okay.
There are different races of people from different planets. I don't know all the races. Hey, Sonia, thank you. But they do exist. I will put it this way. We know some of the names of some of them, but there are many different human races spiritually from all over the multiverse. Too many for me to even know who they are. But just I know collectively they exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
No, it's a great question. You know, you have some phenomenal questions. It's, with all the ships coming in, many of them are cloaked right now, but there are many fleets from the Ashtar Command from other planetary systems that are coming here to assist our planet. And when they come here, there'll be a point in time when the skies will be filled with spaceships, not of this world.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I just said that now for the first time. So I want you people to understand this. There'll be spaceships coming from other planetary systems cloaked around our planet. They are right now, they're cloaked. But there are many, many more fleets of ships coming here that will fill the skies above the planet. And these ships will be coming from many diverse planetary systems of light. So you need to be prepared for this, because that's when the contact will happen. That's when the mass contact will occur. And also, people need to understand this. For people, there's people out there that say, why don't they contact us now? Why is it not happening now? I used to think that way, because that's a human reaction, emotion. That's our mind. Our mind tells us, why is it not happening tomorrow? Now, this is the teachable moment here, folks. You need to let go of why not now and understand everything is going to be happening in divine time. Do you understand what divine timing is? If anyone doesn't, let me know. Divine timing is beyond Earth. So in outer space, there's this thing called divine timing. There is no time in space, but on Earth and other planetary systems, everything will happen in a divine moment of time. Okay? So the beautiful thing is, for all 215 of you, don't even worry about when is it going to happen, why is it not happening tonight, where is it going to happen when I have breakfast tomorrow. Your mind is thinking of all these questions. Tell your mind to just turn off, let it go, and understand that contact is coming.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
get
once
it, like
you,
they have a plan.
they have a plan, yes. Our forces of light, the Ashtar Command, have a very beautiful plan. And the plan is being interactive and activated now. So slowly but surely, everything's going to work up to a crescendo of contact. And when it does happen, it will happen for a lot of people. You know, governments of the planet Earth will be shaken to the core. Mass media will be shaken to the core. Why? Because they will. All institutions will be shaken to the core on planet Earth. Why? Because they will. I now speak in my Ashtar command consciousness to tell you, and I am not channeling anything, but I know what I know, what I know, what I know. Okay? Everything is going to shift. Everything. Whether you believe it or not. And I'll tell you, because of when I came here, I didn't care what Earth people believed. If I did, I'd have to change my statements every 5 minutes to a certain belief system. And that's never going to happen because I am coming from the purity of light from off planet. I'm coming with direct knowledge that I've had, and as I got older, I became activated with that knowledge. I didn't have to read somebody's book or watch a documentary on CNN or Discovery Channel. I don't need that. I keep my consciousness pure and my connections pure, and therefore I'm able to give you the information. If I didn't do that, my information would be diluted by other people's belief systems.
So I guess Ancient Aliens is a silly show.
Well, it's not silly. I met the people at Ancient Aliens this year in Connecticut. I'm going back to, my cousin has me tickets. They bought us to see Ancient Aliens, and I'm going to attempt to talk to them after the show, after they do their live. They have a meet and greet. At that point, I'm planning to talk to them. If I can get into the line, I wish to talk to them about contact. If I can do that, my goal is to make them aware of who we are and what's going to happen. You see, I don't care if they're well known on TV. I just look at them as individual people doing what they do. And I plan to try to communicate with them directly, face to face, in New York when they come to New York next April. But we'll see
That's
what
gonna be
happens.
really cool. That's gonna be really cool.
My cousin got us tickets. She's going and she got us tickets. And this time I'm going to try to communicate with them. I want to talk to them, all four of them. I need to let them know. For some reason, I'm supposed to let them know what's happening. If they're willing, now if they're totally into disclosure of ancient truth of the space people, then they will be receptive to CmdrAleon speaking to them and saying who I am. I think once I talk to them, they'll realize that I'm not just some person channeling some ET off planet. I'm a person that comes from the Ashtar Command, and I'm going to try to speak to them if I can. The tickets, I don't know how much the tickets are. My cousin bought them, and I have no idea. But I know they're doing a national tour, and I want to do the meet and greet to talk to them about what's happening with contact. That's really the main reason I'm going. I don't care about them promoting Ancient Aliens. I'm more interested in communicating with them about what's going to happen.
Right. Yeah.
And Anna, so I'm talking about Ancient Aliens with Rachel. She just mentioned it. And my cousin has tickets. They invited us to go in, I think, upstate New York. And my goal is to meet them. They have a meet and greet after they speak. And my goal is to let them know what's happening. That's my goal.
Another something that I have noticed is I've been seeing a lot more philosophical and spirituality talks on here, like a lot more people talking about, you know, your higher self and all of that.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of new people coming on, and that's a good thing that these individuals are talking about this, because it's time for people to bring these things. They have their own modalities. There are people individually trying to to do things that are good like that. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much early last year when I came on TikTok as there is now. So people are waking up. I think it's good to see all these people, instead of cosmetics and people selling cosmetics on here, you have people trying to bring some sort of light into this medium called
Like
TikTok.
I bought one of the little dragons, that the 3D printed dragons that people have been selling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That,
people making things and selling
oh
things
yeah.
that they're making.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of that too on TikTok. There are a lot of crystal people, but I never buy crystals on TikTok. I usually go to big shows once a year and I get my crystals, and that's how I do it. But I think there's more opening of enlightenment. I think people are more ready. And, I think people are doing their mission work who are trying to do these individual things. Um, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
I agree.
Definitely. Well, Rachel, I want to thank you for your discussion and your questions. I appreciate it so much that you came on here as our first person to do questions with us on Ashtar Q&A. And I'm going to bring you down,
Okay,
and I thank you so much. I really do
of
appreciate it.
course. I'm ready.
All right. All right. That's Rachel, folks. And again, we're taking questions very focused on this program tonight on everything Ashtar Command about contact, what's going to happen. If you have a question, you must be over 18. No paranormal discussion, no cursing, no drinking, no smoking, all that other stuff. No kids on the live or anything. And again, we welcome in this discussion. I also have a lot of information, so I'm sharing with you a lot of information too. Okay. A lot of times when we think about what people know about the Ashtar Command, and what they don't know is that they are the highest levels of spiritual beings of light within the universe, the Ashtar Command. So the Ashtar Command is a grouping of a lot of different planetary systems that work together in councils of light. And the councils of light are the highest councils within the galactic forces. And those councils are where all these meetings take place, as to where they're going, what they're going to be doing, and so forth. Hey, Red Jen, welcome to the show. So we are taking your questions. I'll be happy to facilitate answering your questions live here on the show. If you wish to come up, again, you have to be over 18. I want to stay real focused. And if you have any questions, please do come up and do the guest option, and we'll bring you up. Attention moderators, brain food. Hey, Jennifer. So wherever you are in the world, we're glad to have you with us again. I'm CmdrAleon. I'm the man from Mars, originally from Mars. I came here as a starseed with human parents. I'm also with the Ashtar Command, or a Christed being of light. What else can I tell you about myself? And I've been a contactee. I was a contactee in the 1960s. But we're totally activated here. Well, the Matrix is going to actually, Lonnie, the Matrix itself is going to also be falling apart. And welcome everybody who's coming in here. So yeah, the Matrix on Earth, I've always talked about busting the Matrix. When contact happens, the Matrix will be completely busted. When contact happens, there'll be no more Matrix, because it won't be able to exist. Infinity, true, yes. Hey, Infinity. Merryweather, welcome. I'm just praying that April gets towed home. and hopefully she will be. Good to have you all with us here tonight. And as you can see, I have a very spacey background here. We're kind of in outer space tonight. I can do it this way. There we go. Patrick refused to answer what, Patrick? I didn't even see the question. You know, TikTok filters questions, so unless I see the question, let's see, Patrick. Guess he does not have one. What is that about? That's so Patrick, what is your question? Because it seems not to be popping up. Yeah, April got stuck somewhere in Vermont, and that's why she's not on right now. Hey, fan, good to see you. Hey, Jim. And again, if I don't see your question, I can bring you up here live. Yeah, she had a flat tire. Yep. Yeah, it's really weird with TikTok right now. I noticed, don't take it personal if I don't answer a question, because TikTok is filtering out certain words. Therefore, I don't see the question. Jim, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. And Patricia, if you're asking a question, it's not showing up. You know, Patricia, we're going to bring you up here. I think we should bring you up. And then I can actually speak to you and actually get your question. So, Patricia, on Ashtar and Q&A, you're welcome to come up on the show. Yeah, Regen, it is. It's definitely filtering a lot. So, Cece, we're going to bring you up to ask that question. I like doing this on Ashtar and Q&A. If you want to come up, you can do that. Over 18. No kids on the show, no foul language, no smoking, no vaping, no paranormal discussion. This is Ashtar Command Q&A night. Casualty Mystic. Hey, Casualty Mystic. Ken Romeo, welcome. Jamie, welcome to the show. And for new people coming in here, I'm the host of Encounters. And I think Patricia's coming up. I know, Cece's coming up. Patricia, we'll get you up here. We'll tell you how to get up there. Hey, Cece, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And give me your question. Like I said with Rachel before, it's much more human to have this kind of interaction. So what is your question?
I just asked, like, how do you connect with your star family?
I think the most important thing you can do is when you have the time, because I know we're all busy on this planet doing Earth-based things, is finding a time to have space for yourself, whether it's in a trail, on an empty beach, wherever it might be, with the TV off and all this other stuff, finding that space and that place where you can be by yourself, and then you go within and do the meditation. Like, do you meditate at all?
I try to. It's difficult because, I don't know, things pop in my head. So then, like, I just get distracted easily.
So if you want to get not distracted, I use my I use my Alexa app, and I use meditation music. I also go on YouTube and use different frequencies of music. And what you want to do is use the word you or om. Those are really powerful words. If you use those words during meditation, then you need to say to yourself, to tell your mind, I'm turning your mind off in order to connect with your higher self. As I've stated before, your higher self is the most important thing you have, because that's your connection to unlimited consciousness. That's your connection as you meditate to connect with your star family. And the best way to do that is to just start with those breathable exercises, and don't let yourself get distracted from a TV show. Turn all the TVs off, find a place to be quiet, and tell your mind, I need you to be quiet because I'm now meditating. You control your mind does not control you. I control my mind.
I'll try that.
It doesn't. Yeah, because a lot of times I've learned over time that I do control my mind. I turn it off when I need to, so I can do my galactic work. And if you turn your mind off and say, mind, I want you to stop right now, this has got to stop, it will stop. You control your mind.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Hey, you're very welcome, CC. I appreciate your question. And we're going to bring CC down. And I'm going to bring Patricia up. Where's Patricia? Let's see, Patricia. Let's see if we can bring you up. Patricia, we tried to bring you up here. Patricia, go on to the multi-guest option on Ashtar Q&A. You'll see the little people icon on your screen. Press that, and we can probably get you up here. But when I invited you, it's not doing anything. So you might want to try the multi-guest option. Patricia has enough followers, I believe. Let me see here. She has 111 followers, but for some reason she's not able to come up. You're watching Ashtar Command Q&A. I'm CmdrAleon here tonight with you, and we'll be on for a while. I told April when she gets towed back to her location, and I'm on here, she can come on whenever she gets back home. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that she's being towed home now. And welcome all the new people to the show. And if you have any questions here tonight, exclusively on Ashtar Q&A, I can answer your questions on most parts of it, or any part of it. And as we understand the abilities that we are now learning, we all have abilities, a cosmic ability, so to speak. Once we wake up, those abilities within us will be activated. So we'll be activated human beings with our spiritual abilities within us, because we're all from the stars. We're all from beyond Earth. We're not from here. No one's from here. If you think this is the only planet you're from, then think again. Or don't think too much, you know? Hey, Karen, welcome to the show. And this is our special night. Every Saturday night we do Ashtar Command Night, dedicated to the Ashtar Command and my space brothers and sisters. We do this every Saturday. Hey, Pearl, welcome to the show. Coco, welcome. U.S. government, that's a good name. Are you actually with the U.S. government? I want to see if U.S. government responds to that. U.S. government, are you actually with the U.S. government? Let's see if the U.S. government responds to that. Sandra, welcome to the show. Jennifer, thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. And also all the gifting. April, thank you for your roses. I appreciate that very much. Teresa Talbert, welcome, Teresa. Fernando. This is Ashtar Command Spaceship Q&A. Big Baller, Rodrigo. Anyway, everyone, welcome to the show. April, thank you for the TikTok gift. And we've got our headphones on here. A lot of what's happening now is in this divine timing of contact, all the ships that you're not seeing that are coming to Earth from all over the multiverse. When we talk about these things, especially now, you know, there are people on Earth getting all like excited about different things going on in the 3D world. They think that's going to solve their problems. But they don't know that those things are meaningless. The whole planetary system of religions, of people that are political people, all that stuff's irrelevant to what's coming. All that stuff is unimportant to what's coming. It really is. It's not important at all. You know, in different countries, people have elections for people that they want elected, and it means nothing. It doesn't mean anything. What really means something is what we're talking about here is preparing people for that day when contact happens. That's more important than any other thing we can do. Alicia says, Alicia, I want to bring you up. Let's see here. Alicia, good question. Alicia, you're going to be my next guest here. So I'm taking guest questions from all over the planet on Ashtar Command Q&A. If you'll just accept the request, press the button, we will bring you up here. All right, we love this. This is great. As long as the TikTok feed works. Let's see if the command can straighten out the broadcast feed. Oh, there we go. Hey, Alicia.
Hello.
Glad to have you with us. Whereabouts are you located?
I'm in Utah.
Oh, great. And so give me your question again. I always love human interaction on my show, and especially on Saturday nights, too. So tell us what your question was.
So basically, I'm just wondering, can we all come together to start making the changes that we need to make, or do we have to wait for the higher beings to come and help us with it?
No, we actually, your question's a great one. We should all start making the changes. The one thing the Ashtar Command has told us, and my space family has told me, they don't want people waiting for them to make the changes. Because the people that are waiting for them to come here and make the changes, they're not going to make the changes. We are the ones. Your question is so right on. We are the ones that have to change the way our planet is. They will come and assist us in facilitating healing our planet and how we can actually do things. But they will not, Ashtar Command is not going to do this for us. They will assist us and teach us, but we have to do the work. And what you're saying is true. I mean, we need to start with, it's as simple as making sure a beach is not polluted or a river is clean. The things we can tangibly touch on our earth. If we do those little things, that comes into being, in a big way, a lot of help to the space people that are coming here to assist us.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense to you, what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, it seems hard sometimes because it feels like I'm crazy for what I believe in, and I feel like nobody wants to really hear what I have to say. And, my family members, if I tell them, hey, we gotta, we're supposed to be ascending to a higher evolution, to a higher dimension, and I feel like they just look at me like I'm crazy.
But you know what? Don't worry about your family members, because you are the key person of light in your family. I was the key person of light in my family. My mother said she saw rings of light when she was alive going through pine trees one time. And I said, oh, you did? When I talked about this stuff, my parents were a little bit more open to it. They're no longer here anymore. But even if your parents are not open to the fact that you know what you know, you're going to be like the key person to help them when contact happens. They're going to come to you and say, I know I didn't believe you, but wow, you knew what you were talking about, and all this stuff started happening. You're the key person, so don't worry about your parents. As you watch this show, there's a lot of people out here that are awake. They know what's happening. They're questioning things. You are part of the new earth. You individually are. Every individual here, you, Alicia, are part of the new earth.
I like to think that.
Yeah, you don't have to like to think it. Just realize it. Just say to yourself right now, I'm going to do this little test with you. Just say it with all your heart. I am a light being of the new earth.
I am a light being of the new earth.
Right. How does it feel when you say that?
I just feel like I want to cry.
Yeah, well, you could do that too. That's fine. But you are a light being of the new earth. You are. You see, we have to validate ourselves. We don't have to, our parents, our earth-based parents, if they don't believe us or think we're if your parents think you're out there, who cares what they think? You're the one who's enlightened. You're the one who's going to teach them something
I
someday.
think it's hard because this dimension is so challenging that it
Hmm.
makes it hard to even want to accept that.
Well, you know what? There are days when it's challenging for me. I work during the week in a job where I talk to people all day. Some of them get very angry over the phone. They get angry, and I have a crystal at my desk. I have selenite. I put a protection around me when I start my day. And when they're getting angry, I'm sitting there being calm, trying to figure out how to de-escalate their anger. And there are days when they just go bonkers, and even I'll find myself being tested, because I can't yell at them over the phone. So I do understand what you're saying, but at the end of the day, you can't let these things around Earth get to you. You have to allow yourself to get above it and realize, as you're watching this show, so you know how many people on here like you and love you and don't even know who you are yet? You have a great deal of people, almost 300 people here that are hearing what you're saying. You're not alone, ever, ever, ever alone. I want you to know that. You're never alone.
Hard because I feel alone sometimes, and it's
I
hard.
know,
But
and you have,
I know I
yeah, you
have
have,
the heart
no, you
chakra
have,
and
yeah, you have a right to feel alone. You can't never deny your emotions. When you feel alone, express it. That's a human thing. You're not alone. You're never alone. Your cosmic family's out there somewhere in the universe. Not your Earth-based family, your cosmic star family, the ones that you have before coming to Earth. You're a star seed. You came here with an emotional feeling of love and light. And look, I have a brother. There's totally different to me. My brother has no idea what this is. He'll never understand it. Does it matter to me? No. He's still my brother, but I still do my mission work and do what I do here because I am complete as a human being, but I'm also very activated and motivated to bust the matrix. And just look at it this way, Alicia. Have fun busting the matrix. Who cares what people think? Sometimes you can challenge your family member and say, you can laugh at me now, but these things are going to be happening whether you believe it or not. And you'll be coming to me for answers when they do happen. And if you approach it with them that way, they're going to stop laughing.
yeah,
They,
I just
they laugh because they're scared. They don't know. That's why they're laughing. Not laughing at you. They're afraid.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah, they're afraid. You make them nervous. They don't understand this. This stuff is making them. They're used to a certain way of living on this planet, but they're afraid of what you're telling them because it's true.
Yeah, I
So
guess the
next time,
biggest
yeah, go
fear
ahead.
is because my father put me in a mental institution at one point in my earlier years,
Hmm.
and it's hard for me to now. I feel like I closed myself off from so much because of that.
Well, I understand that feeling. Now that you've found my program, I don't want you to close yourself off. And also, I want you to follow my Friends with Fairy 1111. I want everybody here to do this. Friends with Fairies 1111. Write that down. She's my sister in Vermont, who's been on the ships over 50 times at the Ashtar Command. And you'll have a beautiful, when she does her lives during the week, they're beautiful. And when she comes on my show here, we interact with everybody on Ashtar Command Night. And I am from off planet. I'm from Mars. I came out of the closet 21 years ago. And as you listen to me, you'll find out I don't care what anybody thinks. And what you have to do is when your father did what he did to you, that was wrong because he was afraid. So he figures putting you in a mental institution is going to solve his problem. The problem is that he needs to see a psychologist about his problem. You don't have a problem. You have no problem whatsoever. So yeah, you have no problem whatsoever. You absolutely have no problem. You are a beautiful, beautiful soul. You have no problem at all. Do you
Thank
believe
you.
me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I
Well,
struggle sometimes.
Don't struggle with it. Let go of that word struggle and kind of. I want you to say, I am a beautiful being of light. Can you say that?
I am a beautiful being of light.
And it doesn't matter what any family member thinks. I am who I am, and I'll be who I am always.
And it doesn't matter what any family member thinks, that I am who I am, and I will be who I am always.
You will. You'll be who you are always. You'll be true to yourself. You are a beautiful, beautiful cosmic being of light that came to Earth. Your parents didn't understand you. Your father didn't understand you. Who cares? They should be ashamed of what they did to you. You know, they have no right to do that or mess with your consciousness. You are who you are, and you're beautiful.
Thank you.
And I mean that. You know? And you're welcome to come up here anytime to talk to me, and I'll talk with you. All right? And everybody here, if you read your comments, they all love you. They all support you. No one's going to ever put you down here. And then if your father ever was listening to this, he should be ashamed of himself for what he did.
Well, I don't want him to be. I don't want him to feel that way.
Well, not feel that way, but he needs to realize what he did was wrong. He needs to look in the mirror and say, I did this thing and I was wrong for doing it. And he did it because he was afraid of what you knew. You have a lot of knowledge, believe it or not. He was afraid of what you knew. You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes parents don't make the right decisions. But you're beautiful, okay? You are.
Thank you.
All right? And if you want to cry, you can cry. You know what? Crying on my show is a release. I believe people should hold their emotions in. If you want to be emotional and cry, that's a beautiful thing. Because then you're going to release all that stuff inside of you. And when you get done crying, you're going to be empowered. You're going to be empowered in the most beautiful way. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right? So when I take you off the live, I want you to be that empowered woman of light. And you are.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Alicia. You've been a blessing. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right. There we go. We're going to let Alicia down. I got her giggling. That is a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, the one thing we have to realize as we get in towards contact, it doesn't matter what our parents or siblings think, or our cousins think about us. Everybody needs to be who they are. And you know what? When contact happens, you're going to be the person that family members are going to have to rely on for information. You are the way showers of a new earth. Everybody here is. When the command makes contact with our planet soon, you're going to be the ones that are going to be the leaders that are going to help other people, even strangers on the street that have no idea what's going on. You will be the people that are going to make that change and difference. Every one of you. I am so amped up tonight on tonight's Ashtar Command Q&A. Thank you, Teresa. And I love interacting with people because I believe that when we come together, we are much stronger as one light, one unity, as a rainbow of many different colors. We are. And Monessa says she wants to see UFOs, never have. So it's not saying the UFOs that are important. What's really important is connecting on the higher consciousness of your higher self and allowing yourself to learn how to make contact with your star family. And that's really important for everybody out here. And I know that everybody here knows how to do that, but also understand that you can do that if you learn and proceed to do that with a higher self-understanding of who you are. It's not going to happen with your brain. Your brain is there to think. What's the troller? Who's trolling? And I will be aware of that. Let's see. If there's a troll in here, I'll take them out, or one of my moderators will. I'll be very aware of that. If someone trolls, we'll take them right out. I appreciate that. I'm thinking of meditating in the early morning hours. That's great. I would do the meditation in the early morning hours and do it for maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And if you do that, that'll help. And Watchdog, you're saying the more we are positive, our brains emit a frequency. Other people pick up on our positivity. And they do. If you're a happy, positive person and you're walking in the street and someone passes you and they say, wow, that person's really happy, you're right. That energy will radiate out to that other person. Now, how that other person responds to that energy can be varied. But hopefully they're responding and saying, oh, they're really happy. And they're saying to themselves, why am I not smiling? So these things are extremely important. So we're getting towards contact. We're getting towards that point in time on Earth when we're going to be having something happen that's extraordinary to our planet that hasn't happened in current human history for the last 70 years of our current human history. I can't speak for the 1900s or the 1800s or the 1700s. I'm living here now. I can't speak for that period. You know? Yeah, they are. River, good to see you. And when we get to that level of mass ability to think in a Christ consciousness, that's also the important part of contact. If we are operating in Christ consciousness, we are operating in the same consciousness as our star family. Did you know that the star people, the men and women from other planets, they operate always in Christ consciousness? Human beings don't do that, for the most part. Billions of human beings operate in a non-Christed consciousness. They operate in a 3D brain system that is always questioning everything. And it's always revolving around a limitation. When we as human beings operate in, and thank you, Gary, in Christ consciousness, in a mass amount of humans, if millions and millions and millions of humans, or billions of humans, were to automatically operate in a cosmic Christed consciousness, the planet would shift overnight, in a nanosecond. But because we have a mixture of energies in our levels of consciousness on Earth, not everybody's operating at that consciousness. But in the planetary systems of light, the Ashtar Command people operate in a Christed conscious state. And that is the state of the very highest enlightenment that we can operate in. Harmony, peace, love, integration of understanding of all things, connected with the Creator of all life. That's all part of that whole mechanism. Excuse me. Do not have to have apple cider going down the wrong pipe. Thank you, Neon Pickle. We appreciate that. My essence of coming here to Earth is to be truly who I am, not caring what anybody thinks. When I'm in my Ashtar Command light, which I am right now on this show, I'm showing you that you can be that same way. We're all different rainbows of the same rainbow, right? We're all rainbows out there, all of us. And as being rainbows, we have very beautiful radiant colors of light, you know? And when you see that light in you, and you actually live that light and breathe that light, everyone will see it. When you walk down the street, why does that person look like they're radiating such light? And if they notice it, that's because you are radiating that great light of love. And the Ashtar Command, my space family, which is watching this show right now on a spaceship on a monitoring screen, they know what I'm saying is true. You are radiating the very essence of love in your heart. That very energy that allows you to interact and affect other people. And if you're willing to radiate that love and not be afraid to be who you are, whether you have a biological Earth family, mother or father, sister, brother, a grandmother, a grandfather, aunts and uncles, whatever, if you go to a party with them or someone gets married or whatever it is, you need to be that shining light. You don't have to conceal who you are. You need to reveal who you are. That means coming out of the closet. That means saying, I don't care what people think anymore. I'm going to be who I am. You know, like in the 60s growing up, there was the thing called the Women's Liberation Movement. And women wanted to be liberated. and women are liberated and are still liberating themselves. Now, look at things from the perspective of a space person in a human body. Many of you are starseed. Many of you say, I come from this planet or that planet or whatever planet you come from. You know who you are. And when you come out of the closet and say, I will say it loud and proud, I am not from this planet Earth. I am from planet XYZ, 10,000 light years from here. You say it. You breathe it. You mean it. You are that person. There's nothing wrong with coming out of the closet. I actually encourage people, before contact happens, to come out and say who you are. I'm saying it right now. Everyone should say who they are. Be who you are. Don't try to just be a human being existing on Earth, going out every day, doing your job or whatever it is. Be the cosmic person that you came here to be. If you deny yourself who you are, then that's not good either. It's not healthy for your physical body. It's not healthy for the consciousness. Thank you, Scooby-Doo. Teresa, thank you. I think I'm from planet Saturn. Justin, then you probably are. Don't think about it. Do you really feel, if you feel, no, don't think about it. Do you feel you're from Saturn? If you feel you're from Saturn, then breathe it, live it, breathe out, breathe in. And if you feel from Saturn, meditate, focus on it in a Christ consciousness light, and communicate. Okay? So we don't have to think we're from somewhere, because if you already have the word that I'm from planet so-and-so, but I think I'm from there, understand you are from wherever you think you're from. If you take the word think out of it, there's no question you're from there. So don't think about whether you're from somewhere. You already used the word Saturn in your comment. You are from there. I don't know how you're from there. You will find that out yourself. Another good comment. I feel I am from the star. Elang Senna. You probably are. You'll find out what star it is, what star system it is. And, if you focus and meditate, you'll eventually find out through telepathic communications where you're from and what planetary system you're from. Everything takes time. But we have a year and a half before contact happens. And that's really the key aspect of what we need to do now, is interact, relate, and understand. And if anyone has any questions regarding contact or things related to the Ashtar Command, if you don't know nothing about the Ashtar Command, you may come up. You have to be over 18. No smoking, no vaping, no drinking, no foul language, no paranormal discussion, no kids on the show. And you have to be over 18. So Justin says, I've had contact since 2011. Very interesting. Henry says, I'm not sure if I come from the stars. So I want to bring people up that are not sure about certain things. So Henry, we're going to bring you up here, and we're going to help you with that whole thing about coming from the stars on Ashtar Command Q&A. And if you decide to come up, we'll help you out with your comment, your question. And feel free to accept my invite or go to the multi-guest option. We'll see if Henry comes up. Honolulu Bliss, so welcome to the show. Candy Apple, thank you for the share. I'm just reading comments here. Pearl, have a good night. Thanks for coming in here this evening. We appreciate you. We're coming to around 1 a.m. in the morning. You're watching Encounters, the Saturday night edition of Ashtar Command Q&A, where we are answering and giving you information about contact coming up in a year and a half, plus other things related to the Ashtar Command. Twinkle Toes, good to see you, Twinkle Toes. Tommy Yellis, I think it is. 100% Angel. Kevin, welcome to our show. Yeah, Celtic Cuban. Yes, do that. That's a great way to do it. Hey, Barbara, welcome to the show. Kevin, good to see you. Everyone coming in here. A lot of beautiful people here. Let me see what we got going. I'm just reading comments. Let's see here. I'm still looking at some of the things. And you're watching Encounters Ashtar Command Q&A. I'm CmdrAleon. I'm just taking a moment to read people's comments. Does anybody have any questions about the Ashtar Command? They've never heard of it. Maybe some of the new people here might not know of it. Hey, Commander, how do you distinguish the difference from an extraterrestrial encounter to paranormal? I'm going to bring you up here. We'll bring you up here. And this is Ashtar Command Q&A. We're going to get people on the track here. I just invited Christopher. Christopher, if you see my invite, accept it, and we'll bring you up here with that question. And again, when you're dealing with star people, my main goal is to get people to learn how to connect with their star family, with non-terrestrial people that are from other worlds. Paranormal, I think you're asking what's the difference between extraterrestrial encounter. Paranormal is unrelated to what we're talking about because it deals with a lot of things that are not related to the galactic. So I separate that. Let me see here. I'm just reading people's comments here. I disagree to interdimensional beings and energies. Let's see. So Justin, let's see here. So-called star people would surely have higher technology and wealthy to navigate Earth. When you say wealthy, Africa, what do you mean wealthy? If you're talking about wealth and money, they don't have that. The star people don't use money. The Ashtar Command doesn't use money. So, Sandra, did you just say you heard whispering in your house? Let's see what's happening here. Sandra said, I just heard whispering, and it's not the first time I've heard it tonight. You heard whispering through the screen? That's interesting. I got my earpods on, so... Yes, you are. Yes, you are you alone. Sandra, I'm going to bring you up here for a minute. I have my air conditioner on, so my air conditioner unit's on. I do have my air conditioner on to keep the room cool. I don't hear anything here. So I have an air conditioner unit. UFO 8 group, good to see you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, it's just the air conditioner. You're not hearing whispering, it's the air conditioner. Believe me, if there was an Ashtar Command person speaking, I would be the first one to hear it. So in Africa, the star people of the Ashtar Command don't have currency. There's no money. They don't use money. On Earth, there's currency. This is the only planet that uses what they call currency. The Ashtar Command people, the star people, there is no money. Money does not exist. Money is not needed at all. I mean, on Earth, money is needed, but in truth, Africa, China, there is no currency in space. The space people don't use money. Yes, they are. The Ashtar Command are men and women like us. They're human, but they are very spiritually advanced, very much loving people, and they come in total peace and harmony. They're very connected to the Creator. So the teachable moment here for people that think that other planets use currency, they don't. The star people don't use any money. They don't have any currency like on Earth. They don't use it. It doesn't exist. Mystic, thank you. The star people, do they remember? Well, star people can live for hundreds, like, anywhere from thousands of years to 50,000 years. So, do they remember past lives? I'm sure they do. If they have a past life, they probably do. But that's a very good question. Right. No currency. There's no lower class or upper class or middle class. That all was created on Earth, and they don't need any currency. They don't use any currency. Everybody lives in a beautiful, harmonious relationship. They all have homes on their planet, and no one is better than the other person. The star people live in complete harmony. Yes, that's true, UFO Lake Group. So I'm a star seed, and the way I define it is I came to Earth here. I volunteered to be here, and I am doing my mission work. But I do come from off planet. And we're going to do another night of Ashtar Command Q&A tomorrow night. I'll be in touch with April and let her know this, because she had a car breakdown and she couldn't come on tonight. So, yes, Joey, you're right. They communicate telepathically. Absolutely correct. And it's good to see everybody here on this Saturday night and Sunday morning. Good to have you all with us. And I want to thank everybody. We're at 101.200K. Thank you so much. Everybody follow the show. If you're not following my show now, become a follower. This way you'll know when I'm on TikTok, on live. And everybody just please do that. Thank you for the likes. That helps. And we got up to 101,000 people that liked it. And we'll be right back, folks. Okay, we are back. Let me just get back here to you. Welcome to the show, everybody. Good to have everybody with us. Let me go backwards and see if I missed any comments. Illinois, Galesburg. Commander is correct on unity. Thank you, Joey. Grace and the Underground says, guess not. Guess not what, Grace and the Underground. I do see you. Grace and the Underground. Let's see. Hi from Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Hey, here to listen and learn. I like that. Oh, you're welcome, Celtic Cuban. So the person says, guess not. I know there's filtering of words here on TikTok, so I might not have gotten your question. Oh, let me just do this here. So if you're just coming in, this is Ashtar Command Q&A. I'm CmdrAleon. I'm the host of the show. Alex Silver, hi, Commander. Hey, Houston, good to have you with us. GFL VR, good evening. And this is a special night, always on Saturdays, where we are really focused on the Ashtar Command. Hey, Papa Smurf, good to see you. Welcome. River Blue, car. Thank you. Thank you. So if you're new to our programming, we are on most nights with the Encounter Show. We're talking about disclosure, extraterrestrial intelligence, UFOs, merman people, fairies, the Bigfoot. We get into all the stuff, the cosmic areas of light, including the inner Earth. We talk about all these things. So we appreciate everybody here. And welcome. If you do have a question regarding Ashtar Command, in any realm of that word, do you remember the reincarnation process from Starseed Con? So for me, all I know is that I remember I came here to Earth. I've talked to many other Starseed, and when I came here, I knew as I was able to speak and get older that I didn't come from this world, that I came from somewhere else. As I got older and I was able to get into opening my consciousness, I just one day remembered when I was a kid, I said to some of the kids, I came from Mars. They didn't like that. I told them, yeah, I'm from Mars. And they got so angry. Here's another kid playing stickball with other kids. And then all of a sudden I spewed out for no reason at all, I tell them I'm from Mars. Why would a kid do that? And how was that the prime opportune time to say that as a kid? So after I did that and they got angry, I didn't say it again. I just never said it. Now when I got older, I came out of the closet like 21 years ago about the fact that I came from Mars. And I came out of the closet about a lot of things regarding my galactic heritage of who I am with the Ashtar Command, the relationship I have. We tell the truth. We do. And when you tell the truth, sometimes that can get you in trouble. Sometimes it can get you in trouble. But we do tell the truth. That's what kids do, right? But the other kids, they didn't want to know the truth. We're playing stickball. They don't want to know about this other kid that they're friends with saying he now comes from Mars. That's the last thing they want to know, right? Yes, hello, that's right. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. If we are true to who we are, as we get close to contact, we'll be ever so grateful that we actually were honest with ourselves and said, yeah, you know what? I'm going to be who I am. I am from the stars. I'm a star seed. I come from another planet. I'm very excited to be live at this time in 2024, and I'm ready. I'm ready to experience everything and anything. And that's what I love to hear. Here to listen and learn. That's exactly right. Absolutely correct. Every word you're saying in that sentence is absolutely true. Without a question. Barbara says she's always been drawn to the Pleiades. So you're probably a Palladian. You're probably from the Pleiades star system. And the reason why you're drawn to a specific area, because before you came to Earth, Barbara, you were probably a space woman in a spacesuit from the Pleiades star system. That's what you're drawn to. You have a feeling, you have a connection. And if we understand those connections, it makes such a big difference. Well, it's not a jump UFO late group to a 4D. It's essentially what's going to happen is in a year and a half, if everything goes correctly, we are going to have major contact, mass contact in a year and a half. So we're talking about contact with our space people from other planetary systems. Who lives on the Sirius area? There are many planets in that system. There are many human type people that live in that star system that are actually spiritually more advanced than a human. So there's a lot of that out there. Not in the star system Sirius, but all over the place. You know? And welcome to the show. I'd love to do this all night, but we're certainly not going to do that. It's 1:17 in the morning here on Encounters, the Ashtar Command Q&A. And we'll facilitate at least one or two more questions from our audience out there around the world. Any questions regarding what's happening in terms of the increased sightings of spaceships? And they have, since 2022, there's been increased sighting of spaceships, not UFOs, spaceships. And spaceships are intergalactic in nature, and they come from many planetary systems. Tara, very good question. So I'm going to bring Tara up. Tara, you can ask me that question on live. We're bringing Tara up here. We think we are. If you come on live, Tara, I would like to interact that question with you on my live here. All you have to do is set my request, and we'll bring you up here on the show. And you can ask me a question about how many ships. Look, put it this way. There are so many ships, I wouldn't even know where to begin in terms of, I can't tell you 20, 25,000, 100,000, but many ships. Because they're coming from all over the known universe. They're coming from so far away. A lot of these ships are coming in as squadrons or fleets of ships. There's a lot of them. Hey, Ashley, I'll definitely watch the video. And tomorrow night we will be live, and we might just do another session tomorrow night. And because April couldn't make it because she got a flat tire, we might have her on tomorrow night, Sunday evening. So we'll see. I wanted to thank everybody for being here. Let me just double check. All right, I want to thank all of you for being here, and we will be back on you tomorrow morning at WESUFM.org on my radio show. We'll be broadcasting live from the radio studios of WESU FM. All right. Bobby has a question. Barbie, let me see here. Bobby, we'll definitely answer your question. What's your question? Lisa, you're welcome. Let's see here. CC, good night to you as well. Thank you, Alicia. You're welcome. You're trying to get access? I just pressed the guest button there, and you should get a request. There you go. There you go. You're aboard the Ashtar Command spaceship.
Oh, there you are, Commander. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're now on my spaceship.
Oh,
welcome.
It's so nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. You know, we're
Oh,
here. We're here. We're definitely here. We're
thank you
having a
so
little bit of
much for everything you
so.
do. You're just absolutely the most wonderful person on the planet.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I won't let that go to my head, but thank you.
Okay. So, I mean, there's so many questions. I'm sure everybody has lots and lots of questions, but I hear about April talking so much about the going on the ship and everything, and I've seen her actually in the air with her big slippers on, getting sucked
Yeah,
up, and I've seen all that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I know that you've brought the Ashtar command to people's houses. In one night, you might have 3 or 4 different ones going, and I know you're doing the healing now yourself.
And just to let people know, I confer with the Ashtar Command, and I'm not bringing ships anymore to houses. I've been activated with healing abilities instead, because they need the ships and the personnel for other things that are really much more important right now before contact. So I am not bringing ships anywhere, but I am activated now to do things. I've been doing that the last 2 weeks. I've helped people a lot with the palm of my hand here, and I'm able to send energy out here to help people.
Which is great. I left you a message about Reiki, so you can see it later. But
Good.
the reason well, I'm just curious. I know that they protect the earth and they protect us from the guys that we don't want to be here, and
Yeah.
they're under the sea as well. So how many ships, or just ballpark, how many of the ships are Ashtar Command? Your family?
Uh, well, I know my father, Robar, and my mother, Luna, my
Hmm.
2 sisters and brother, on the same ship as April's family. Her father, Nakanook, her
Hmm.
mother, I forgot her mother's name. She has the siblings, and so does Chesno, Kit Kat, and Johnny. But in terms of how many ships in the grouping of ships, it's hard to say. I know they have certain ships, only a few that you see when April has videotaped them, or the cam videotapes them, but they're really, in general, beyond Earth, there are whole fleets of ships that are coming. It's hard to put a number
Right.
on them.
So they network with other um, species, but also other fleets. Do they all network?
It's not. Well, here's how I'll explain it. The
Okay.
Ashtar Command is actually star people, men and women, that come from many different planetary worlds, like a rainbow of lights, and
Hmm.
they're all connected as one, called the Ashtar Command. So men and women from these other planets work together, come from many different places on spaceships. All the ships are interconnected or related to the Ashtar Command.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's amazing. And do do they also network with the interdimensional? Because
Oh yes.
they do.
A matter of fact, they're people. There's no separation from an Ashtar Command perspective. Interdimensional, multidimensional realities. The space people can go through any particular reality of time and space, and there's no separation.
Wow. Okay. And your father's ship oh, I know you haven't been on, but you're going to be going on when you do the big reveal and all that, and the
Yes.
reveal.
Well, they're going to be taking me on with Chesno, Kit Kat, and Johnny whenever they decide that to be happening. But I think they're getting us prepared. When we're sleeping, I think they work on our etheric body, and I think
Mhm.
they're just getting us prepared so the day they do take us on their ships, we'll physically be ready for it.
Wow. And how many groups of 5 are there again? You've told us before.
There's probably more. I mean, there's actually probably other countries where there are groups of 5. We don't know who they are. We never will, at least right now.
Hmm.
But I only can tell you about the group of 5 with April and the 4 other people, including myself.
Kit
Our
Kat, right?
first, we are, yeah, we are the first group of 5.
Wow. And
Yeah,
a good combo. I'll tell you, I know Papa Smurf's in there somewhere.
yeah. I'm not sure. I know he is
Johnny.
there too. I don't remember exactly what he's doing. He's working with, I think, some other area, but I know that with April and the other 3 people besides myself, which makes 4, makes the 5. They all have different things they've done off planet with the command, and they are actually going to be able to go back and see themselves. Not to see themselves. We all have space bodies in stasis, so there's a ship of the command that holds all the bodies of the space people in stasis. The bodies are alive, bodies are breathing. It's just that our physical consciousness is in the human body here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just so many. I mean, people are just so excited to be able to finally ask the questions. I mean, I was just wondering tonight about all these television shows that are on there and whether there's going to be a lot of fear mongering by the people in Washington. And
Well, the thing is, the way to look at it this way. For the thing is, when April went to the council when she was on the ship and recommended that I be the one to speak before the people of Earth, I had no idea that was going to happen when she did it, and I was really humbly surprised.
how about a huge job? I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, I mean,
It's a big. It's a big job for one person that, for most of my life, never thought I'd be in this position. I grew up like every other human being, and although I had hundreds of UFO sightings or spaceship sightings as a kid, I never thought this would be the thing that would happen. I always read stories about contact and about people doing things, and the contactees of the 60s that had physical contact with space people, but I never in my life thought that this was going to be where I was in 2024.
well,
to
they
be honest.
probably saw your show and said, who better to go up there than somebody that can command the attention of the world?
Actually, it's not. I don't think it's so much that. My father's on the ship, Robar,
Right.
and Luna, my two
I've seen him.
sisters. So,
I've seen your father.
yes, my father is. As a matter of fact, I'll show my father to people
Yeah.
that have not seen him. Let me just bring him up.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show.
He's
Let's see if I
amazing.
can bring him.
I've seen him
Can I
coming
bring him
through the
up?
rifts at the dance parties.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring. I say I'm gonna bring him up. I'm not bringing him up in a way. I'm gonna show you.
It's kind of hard to get a good picture of them because they come through with a lot of light. So, right? Am I correct about that? Oh, okay.
No, that's not it. Hold on a minute. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah. There he is.
I'm gonna. Okay.
Wow, that's a good picture, actually, compared to some of the others I've seen.
So this is my father on the ship. He's not on the ship. He came through a rift in Vermont where April lives. He came through what they call a rift opening off the ship. He's human. You can see him wearing either a space outfit or something. He has a head of hair which is dark, and he has a complexion, human complexion, and that's my father. And he's on a spaceship, and he's watching me right now on the spaceship. So that's
Well,
my.
send him love from all of us because he's doing an amazing thing, and so are you. So,
Well, I appreciate that. Now, in terms of my mother, I'm waiting for April to get a good picture of my mother so I can show you my mother, who's on the spaceship as well. And I'm trying to see if we can get pictures of my two sisters and my brother. They're also on the spaceship.
I bet you can't wait to actually meet them face to face.
Ashley says, Ashley, can you send me that picture? Ashley, if you send that picture to me,
Hi,
of a super
Ashley.
clear. Ashley says she has a really clear picture of my father's face. Ashley, send me that photo tonight, and I will post it up here. Kim says, do you communicate with them? Telepathically, I do. Matter of fact, I've been told that I've been taken off planet astrally, in astral projection, and when I sleep, I've been off the planet a few times already, but I don't remember anything. But I have been.
That is a great picture.
Yeah. So that's my father. Ashley's going to send me another picture. Oh, Ashley. Actually, let's see if I can bring Ashley up here.
Oh, yeah.
Ashley, try to come on the multi-guest option. If you have the picture, can you bring it up here and show it? Let's see, Ashley, come on up on the multi-guest option. Request to go live.
Do you want me to go down, Commander, or you want to?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I don't know. For some reason, it's not letting me put her on live, but she should be able to just press the request option, and I'll bring her up. I'm not sure why that is.
It's
But this is my father. She has a much clearer photo of his face, evidently, and that's what I want to see. So now she'll send me the photo, and I'll post it up here.
well, if
Matter
there's
of
any
fact,
non-believers, I guess we shut them up. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I would say, Ashley, send me the photo right now. I will go to my email. I will be right back. CmdRAleon at AOL.com. I'll download the photo and I'll bring it up here. So, Ashley, you're able to do that right now. I'll do that.
I try to
I
take
just want-
pictures whenever I see them or whenever April shows them. I
Yeah.
always try to take pictures for you, and I'm going to be more diligent because I try to see both of you every day.
Oh, thank you.
Well, because
Uh,
you guys know more than a lot of people
oh,
do.
thank you.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we know what we know is because we're very connected and always have been, even before we all knew each other. And I've been always walking up the mountain, never being thrown off the mountain, so to speak.
Right. Well,
And I think that's, yeah.
I've made some really nice friends right here on your show, like River Blues and Ashley,
Oh, good.
and just you know who the regulars are, and
Yeah, I'm going.
good people.
Okay. Well, so I checked my email, nothing yet. Ashley, if you're there, try to come on live on my screen here. Oh, you're welcome, Tino. Thank you. I'm just seeing if she's here.
Can I ask a question while we're waiting for Ashley?
Oh, yeah, I'll go right ahead.
Okay, so do the ships hover, or are they constantly, or like your father's ship? Does it stay in one place, or does it move around, or
It
how does that
moves
work?
around. It doesn't stay in one place. It'll come and move around quite a bit. The ships move around. Yeah, of course, they're doing mission work off planet. There's things they have to do. So they're not, when they come to the mountains of Vermont where they are to pick up April, the ship will hover or whatever it does, and then they come and bring April on the ship.
Yeah, I saw that picture. It just is amazing. Anybody can go see it.
Yeah, it
But
is beautiful.
you can see that she's just traveling right through the air, and I guess her outside security camera picked up the footage, and that's how she got the picture.
Yeah. So when
In
she's
the middle of
floating
the
up,
day.
right, when she's floating up into the ship in the middle of the day, like she was, she goes into a spacesuit. So when she goes into the ship, a suit goes onto her body, and she wears the spacesuit.
She told me one time she had to go to the bathroom when she was on the ship.
Yeah, yeah. That was. They thought that was funny.
They, well,
They don't understand.
I wish we could invent them down here.
Right, right.
That would be a good thing.
I'm
But
sure that there's something. They don't understand what the word bathroom means on a spaceship, but I'm sure they have something similar to what we call a bathroom or something like that.
right, resting room.
Something.
Well, kids say the darndest things, but adults ask really stupid questions sometimes. I might be one of them.
No, you don't ever think that. Your questions are always good.
Yeah.
Every question is a good question.
Well, I've come
Well,
up to
now
listen to you.
I believe that we're coming up to about 1:35 in the morning. I think I'm going to do another Ashtar Command Q&A tomorrow night, and I'm going to make sure we get April on to the show tomorrow night to do that. We would people like us to do another Q&A for Sunday night? We'll definitely do it because I told April, don't worry about it. When you have your car problems, I will handle everything here, which I usually do anyway. So I think we're going to do another Q&A tomorrow night.
That's great.
All right. Well, Tara, I want to thank you for joining us here. I appreciate your interactions and everybody here. And I want to thank you all for being here. Everyone follow the show. We have almost 300 people. Please follow my show. Please like it. If you haven't liked it before, that would be great.
Just want to
Alrighty? Tara,
send out love to everybody listening and everybody that comes up here every night, and just say that you're a bunch of great people and just keep up the good work.
yeah, and we are going to do a Q&A tomorrow night. I think we will. Tara, thank you. Everybody, thank you for your questions, being here. We appreciate you all. From the Ashtar Galactic Command, or Ashtar Command, I am CmdrAleon, wishing you and bidding you a good morning. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's do this here. Let's see.